a little bit of yoga for you. So you can sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you want to sit up on something, you might grab a pillow or blanket or a block to sit on. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes and start to slow down your breath. Anytime you notice that your mind has wandered or you're overthinking or checked out, just as soon as you notice, see if you can come back to feeling your breath. You can let your eyes open. Feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. Let's begin by taking the right arm up and over. Take a side stretch. Lean onto the left hand or elbow. Big reach through the right side. And then take a couple big circles with your right arm, reaching it as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to a side stretch. And then curve your way through center and come all the way over to the other side. Nice big side stretch, grounding through both sit bones. And then take the left arm and circle it back behind you. A couple big circles. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to side stretch, and then curve through center. Come around to the first side and take one big circle. When you get back to the beginning, curve around through center, one big circle. And then this time, we'll curve to center and then stay there, resting down onto the hands or elbows or all the way down. Just breathe into the shape you're in. You don't need to be able to fold more than you can. Let's walk the hands back in, rolling up. You can bring your hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back, and then lift your chest. Take the chest as high as you can, sternum rising up. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from the hands on the knees, drop your chin, and then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder. And we'll press down through the left shoulder so you can look for a stretch on the left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest. Come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now a little bit more through the right side, stretching right side of the neck. And then rotate chin to chest. Come back to the first side and go back and forth a couple times. Half circles or three-quarter circles. Watching the sensation move from one side over to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. Let's release the arms, head floats back up. Bring your hands to the floor behind you. Again, shoulders roll back, elbows roll back, and lift the heart. Last breath here. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way back up. So let's come forward onto hands and knees, tabletop. Really spread your fingers, get the hands flat and active, and we'll take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press back up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way is too much, you might just go a couple of inches and then press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time, dip down. Press up and round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table and come back to a downward facing dog. Send the hips high. You might start by pedaling out your feet, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. You can go back and forth a couple times, waking up the backs of the legs. As you settle into the pose, attend to the details you're aware of. Check that your hands are spread, upper arms outwardly rotating to make space for the shoulders, pulling the hips up and back. And then let's walk hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position. You might just let arms hang. You could link elbows. You could also use some support through your arms. Let's bend the knees a little bit more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. We'll step up towards the front of the mat, come into mountain pose. Feet can be together or apart, just make sure they're parallel. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, coming through high push-up, lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend, cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. Shoulders are back and down, nice long neck. And then back to down dog when you're ready. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. Here we'll take 5 deep breaths, either in down dog or you might come back to child's pose. Or back to sitting. More important than the shape you choose, coming back to a quality of ease, back to presence, back to a slow, deep breath. Last one here. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let your head drop fully. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, when you're ready, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a couple times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink hips low. Let's grab the left wrist and take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist, take it across. And then back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Open up through the chest, but still sink hips low. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor, or you may want to grab a couple blocks if it's difficult to reach the floor. You could also bend the supporting leg. Keep reaching that back leg straighter, longer, higher, but try not to roll open through the left hip. See if you can do this with hips square and let the head hang, just like ragdoll. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. And then settle in, sink hips low. One more breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor. Flow through your movement transition. So that could be a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog. But you're welcome to move in any way that works for you. As you get back to down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a couple times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of the chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. Let's grab the right wrist to get across. And then over to the other side. Grab the left wrist. And back to center. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top. Open up the heart. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Square off the hips as best you can. Reaching that back leg as straight and long and high as it'll go. But keep releasing the upper body, the weight of your head, your face. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Each breath, see if there's anything to expand, lengthen, open. Is there anything to release here? Last breath. Let's take hands to the floor. And again, find your way back to down dog, however you want to do that. And then settle into a good resting pose, which could be down dog or any neutral shape. 5 deep breaths. Coming back through down dog, step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale over to a side bend. The left arm can provide a little support. Feel free to bend your elbow if you need to. Really reach through the whole side body. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Same thing other side. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Let's interlace fingers, press out through the palms, and then take your arms up by your ears. Shoulders drop, and then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. Could be just a slight lift of the heels, you might come all the way up. While you're concentrating on balancing, can you still relax your face, slow down your breath? Let's begin to fold forward, staying in balance on the toes. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet, might be the upper legs. You may be able to reach a little lower, maybe even the ankles or heels. Breathing here. And then release, drop the hands, drop the heels, drop your head, let that go. Let's bend the knees, we'll come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink back and down like you're sitting into a chair. Head reaches high, shoulders drop low. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. From here, let's open out, warrior two. Reaching long from fingertip to fingertip. Nice deep bend in the right leg. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse warrior two. Big side stretch. Straighten the front leg. triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin or your ankle or block or the floor. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog. Same thing other side. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's open out, warrior two. As you come into each shape, check on the details you are aware of, however much or little you already know. And then no matter how much or little you already know, still be curious. What am I actually feeling right now? Flip the left palm, reverse warrior two. Is there anything else to open, lengthen, expand? Is there anything to release? Could you be even more grounded here? Let's straighten the front leg, triangle. Breath here. This time to release, let's bring both hands to the floor and we're going to turn to face the wide side of the mat. We'll take a wide-legged forward fold and use this as a resting pose. If you need to separate your feet more or less, you're welcome to do that. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can use a block under your hands if that's useful. See how much you can let the upper body hang. Keeping your legs more or less how they are now, walk both hands over to the right side. You might take hold of your right foot or just go in that direction. Feeling what it's like to be over here and experimenting in any way that's interesting to you. Let's come through center and over to the other side. You might take hold of the left foot or just go in that direction, feeling what it's like to be here. Back through center, we're going to walk the hands over to the right and turn to face that side of the mat. We'll come into a lunge and set up for a twist. You can either keep your left hand on the floor and lift the right arm up, or take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee for a prayer twist. In either case, if you would prefer to drop the back knee, you're welcome. Last breath here. Let's release, hands to the floor, walk through center and over to the other side. High lunge left side, setting up for a similar twist, either left hand up, right hand down, or right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And take whatever variation you did on the other side. Last breath. Let's release, hands to the floor, make your way back to down dog. From down dog, let's bring the right knee forward, pigeon pose, right side. We're going to scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. And if you need a little support under the right hip, you could put a pillow, a block, a blanket under there. As you fold forward, you can see what kind of support is useful for the upper body. You might rest on your elbows or rest your forehead on your hands. Keeping the breath slow and deep here. Let's bring the upper body back up. We'll come through down dog to switch sides. If there's some movement you want to take, you're welcome. Could be a vinyasa, could be wiggling around or pedaling out. When you're ready, left knee comes forward. Pigeon pose, other side. Take your time adjusting the angle of the front leg, adding any props that are useful, and then settle in. Bring the upper body back up, take your time. Again, you might take a vinyasa, you might just step back. Using this transition to even out the two sides. And then we'll come all the way through to sitting and back onto our backs. You can bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees. Drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for bridge. So feet hip width apart, parallel. Make sure your feet are right under your knees. And then press your feet down to lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you. And spread the upper back and lower back away from one another. One more deep breath here. Take your arms out of your way, roll down and rest. When you're ready, come up one more time, same thing, or any other back bend. So if you want to try half wheel or full wheel, you're also welcome to do that. Or stay with bridge, what we just did. Breathing, feeling right where you are right now. When the pose feels complete, come down And let's take a happy baby as a counter stretch. We'll grab the soles of the feet on the inside, press the knees towards the floor, and this can be done in stillness or with a little rocking. You can keep your legs bent or straighten them one at a time or together. Let's bring the knees back in. And then grab hold of just the right knee and drop the left leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. And then take it across your body for a spinal twist. Roll back onto your back. Grab the left knee, drop the right leg long, and then take it across, spinal twist, other side. Let's bring both knees in one last time. Little circle or rock. And then hug your knees in as close as you can. Squeeze your hands tight, your toes tight, your face as tight as you can. Get into a tight little ball. And then release. And stretch out in a big wide X. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, open your eyes really wide, open your mouth, stick out your tongue. And then release. And bring your arms and legs up to the ceiling and give them a good shake out, shaking the muscle and the bone really fast, much faster. And on the count of 3, we'll release. 1, 2, even faster. Woo! 3. Let that go. And just check in with your body. If there's anything you need to do to adjust and be more comfortable. If your ring went flying, you can grab it. And settle in for a nice rest, letting go of the control of your breath. Let the weight of your body drop back into the floor. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. your wrists and ankles. And then stretch your arms and legs in a big full body yawn. Bring your knees back in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. And we'll take hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for practicing with me today. Thanks for taking such good care of yourself. Keep practicing, keep breathing.